All right, to save time, we went ahead and stitched this before the camera was on. There's step one. Here is our vinyl that we're choosing. It's Morgan printed it. It's from Fairy Tale Prints. So then we're gonna stitch step two of this design. It's our inhaler case. They're all a little different, but very similar. Here's the outline of where the ears are. My machine's a little slow. She's old, but she's my favorite. It's our outline of where our vinyl goes. We're gonna put our black vinyl for her ears over it. Poor little machine shouldn't be taking that long in between, but she is old. She's my favorite though. She's an MB4. It was long before the S even came out, which is the new version. All right, so now we're gonna take it off so that I can trim around here. Go there. I'm gonna leave these kind of long because we'll trim these afterwards. And you just know that if you have looked at your stitch map ahead of time. Just go ahead and trim those. I'm gonna trim this a little right here too. But I don't wanna get too close to my stitches because otherwise it won't line up later. All right, we are on step 4. If you use your stitch map, you can see each step that it's doing. This is the outline placement for the sprinkles part of this. I'm gonna put my sprinkle print down. This again was made by Fairy Tale Prints. You can go get there and get them. It comes in a couple different sizes. This one is the small print. Nice little sprinkles. Done. All right, and then I need to trim around this. Again, I'm going to go, let's see, I'm gonna get a little closer than that. You can see if you're in person where it's a triple stitch. That's where nothing else is lining up against it. The rest of it you can do a little bit further away so it lines up with your final cut. There's my ears. Definitely get close over by the ears. Up here, going around. Cut there. I'm not doing the best cutting job. It's a little easier with better scissors, and these are normally my favorite scissors. They've gotten a little bit on the dull side lately. I'm gonna trim these a little closer. Oopsie. Just gonna get under here a little bit. And, all right, I'm gonna go around the ears a little closer. All right. We're going back here. Now, on here, I'm gonna change this. You can see the next step is sprinkles. This is step 6. I'm skipping my sprinkles, and I'm skipping my sprinkles of the black sprinkles, but the step 8, you can see it has the cherry and the sprinkles. So I'm gonna push the forward on my machine. You can see over here, it's doing what would be the little sprinkles on it. Oops. And then we get to the cherry part. So I'm gonna go ahead and have him stitch that. I'll pause that and cut my thread because that was not what I wanted to do. And I apparently have a piece of vinyl I missed right there. So you can see it's filling around the cherry. It has a hole in the middle because that's where you're going to put your eyelet. So we have our eyelets. I got these on Amazon. It comes with a little washer thing. I don't know what you call those for the back. I don't really use those. It comes with the little pieces to be able to do it. I don't know. This involves like a hammer and I don't know what it does actually. I use these. These are fantastic. These on each side right there is a different size of hole. You can see I've used mine a lot, so I'll go ahead and poke that out. There's all of my vinyls over the however long. And if you look in it, it'll go whoosh. And this thing right here chops your hole. And then this one on this side is a different size. It's a little smaller, which of course my hole is full on that side too because I use it a lot. And these are super simple. You're going to poke this through your hole. You can put one of your little washers on the back. People say it looks nicer. I've never really noticed. And then you squish it while it's on your fabric. We will get to that at the end after we let this finish stitching. And I have colored these, so I'm going to choose my red one. And it'll go right in the middle there where it's got the open spot. And that way you can hook it to a keychain or any sort of split ring that you want. Okay, so we are to our last step. So we're going to take our hoop off. We're going to flip it over. These little things right there, those little teeny notches. Hey, where'd my pen go? There it is. Oopsie. You want to draw a straight line out from those. If you want to use a ruler or anything else that's convenient, that's great. Clearly I did not. This piece is not the right piece. We're going to use the right piece. It's going straight over it. I am a gluer. My glue gun is one of my best friends. I always make sure to use 12 times more than really needed. Over. That's hot. Oh wait, did I put it on the, yeah, I did. You can see my mouse heads are going the right way, aren't they? Yeah. You should check that before you make a boo-boo. My little pocket, mouse head's going the right way, goes right in between these lines. This pocket is 1.75 inches tall. It's written in your instructions also. It is easiest if you have this cut ahead of time. Now, if you're worried your machine is going to eat this from the bottom, you can put a piece of wash away stabilizer over this whole thing before you put it back on. I'm not going to. Jay's pretty good about not eating things, mostly I think because I'm not afraid to put my hands under her. And then we're going to stitch the final step. Now, I did the whole thing other than the cherry thing in the same color of thread. I usually try to because you don't want a different color on the ears and on the frosting that doesn't line up with the rest of it. But if you do, totally up to you, whatever it is that you want to do. And this is my test out, so obviously I missed that. That should not have the little thing. I'll correct my file later, but this is why we test things. This is where the tab is, where it's going to get a cam snap. goes down and it stitches the pocket part. That's where the mouth part of your inhaler comes out. And it gives you the guide to be able to put your snap on the bottom. That snaps to the pocket. All right, so that is our whole stitch out. It's a little under 3,500 stitches in 9 minutes while stitching at 600 stitches per minute. I don't run my machine very fast. I hoop down and we're gonna cut out. And this is why I left them a little longer around here where there wasn't going to be any other applique going over it. It's just easier to cut the whole thing at once rather than individual pieces being shorter. Go around. One of the problems with using white thread is it's a little hard to see when you cut out. Around my frosting, back up to the ears. All right, now we're gonna cut this centerpiece out. I'm going to cut a hole in it. I like to cut from the bottom up. There's no real right way to do it, but I feel like with these scissors especially, it cuts nicer if I start with the bottom scissor underneath it instead of going the opposite. You can see our little pocket for it is right there. Now, here's my snaps. These are the long prong ones. They're just a little bit longer and it's like just minimally longer. The little, whoopsie, prong piece. But I like them for the double layer of vinyl. And you should use the little stabby tool, whatever that thing's called. But I use my fingernails as tools all the time. It's the only reason I can justify the cost of getting them done. I'm gonna put my snap on. Squish. Hey, let go. There you go. You can see it squishes it completely flat because it's the long prong. And then I need this one, and that's going to be awfully thin, so I'm going to hope I can find my red. Well, I can't, so, you know, we're going to go with white. My snaps don't match, but this doesn't really matter. You'll barely see it because this one is on the inside. This piece is going to snap right around here so that your inhaler pokes out through the bottom. So you try to find the middle the best you can, just a little ways up. Put the opposite one in. And squish. And then this will snap over here. And it will hold your inhaler in. And for up here, where'd my little, there they are. I'm gonna use the bigger side of the pliers. Put my hole, whoopsie, well, first I'm gonna poke my old, I can't see through it. There it is. I wanna be able to see where I'm poking it right there. I made my hole. I'm gonna cut my threads. And then I need my little red guy. And I'm gonna poke my red one through. And if you want, and you have these little pieces, only some sets come with them, some don't. You can put it on the back now. It's concave, so one side is slightly more divotty. I don't know what the word would be. I don't actually know which side is supposed to go on which. I like the smoother concavey side facing it. Put your stick side through there, the curved side on the bottom, squish. And now your inhaler sits through here, it pokes out the bottom, and you can hang your key ring on it so you don't lose it. Thanks guys, bye.